Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Thomas Christ channel, and welcome to Songtember 2024. Now, your first question may be, what the hell is Songtember? What is this Songtember business all about? Well, see, there's a very great guy named Pete Johns, studio live today, that has started this whole business of doing a song a month during the month of September. He's called it Songtember. There's a link in my description, by the way, to find out a lot more about Songtember and how you can get involved in it as well. I've been involved in it since the very start. This whole thing started off in 2019, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a good way to get you out of your creative doldrums. Let's say hi to people that we've got here today. We got Scott Kidd 64 Ultimate. What's going on? We got Gore Team 85 in the house. What's up, Gore Team? Mateusz Prokowski. What's going on, man? And Tremor Bear. What's happening? What is up? So this is just a real quick stream because we got Jade Star coming up in about a little under 20 minutes. Hi, Jenny Jolivet. What's going on? So, yeah, we got Jade Star coming up in just a little under 20 minutes. She's also kicking off her Songtember projects as well. So stay tuned for that. You're going to be dumped right over there. Hopefully, as long as the dump works. I'm assuming it will. Anyway, so just briefly, I'm not going to play, I could sit here all day and play all my songs and everything, but we don't have time for that. And, you can go back and check last night's stream where I did live performances and played a lot of the videos from my previous Songtembers. There's links in the description to almost all of them. I got to get the one from 2019 that I did, which was really me first getting back into music, which is the very first Songtember. Oh, there's Jade Star. What's going on, Jade? She's going to be coming up in just a little bit here. But yeah, my first Songtember project, it was called Distillation of Fear. I put it up on another channel that I had, and I thought last year I had put it up on this channel, but apparently I didn't. So I need to do that. So there's a kind of TBD there that you can check back later, and will hopefully be there. All the other songs are linked there to the YouTube videos, so you can check those out if you would like. And hello, Amelia. That was at 5:45. Yeah, it probably could have been. But anyway, so I did Distillation of Fear in 2019, which I don't even know. Is it really even a Thomas Christ song? I'm not sure. I don't know if it really matters. 2020, I was working on the Virus Infect album, which was heavily inspired by things that were going on in the world at that time. So that was what I did then. I did a song specifically from that album that was for Songtember, and it was called Pandemic Panic. So that was my contribution in 2020. In 2021, I did the My Inferno EP, which I think I actually did that entire EP during the month of Songtember. So that one was particularly successful. I'm very proud of that one. In particular, in 2022, I did a little bit of a fun deviation, and I did something for a little side project that I have that up until then nobody really hardly even knew about. It was called Folk You, and that was just a banner for everything that I do that's not Thomas Christ. So I did it. The album was actually called, I wasn't sure what it was called last night. I couldn't even remember the title of it, but it was called Holy Moly, It's Folking Mayhem. And one of the songs from that, I think I did complete that entire EP during Songtember as well. But that song, Holy Moly, was the one that was kind of my featured song for the Songtember of 2022. In 2023, I did a standalone track. It was called Death Toll. And that one, again, is also linked. It was supposed to be part of a bigger album, and the album just kind of never really came through. So I'm going to show you some stuff here because I'm working on an album. I've actually been working on an album technically for the last 2 months, but I've gotten 2 songs done. So I'm hoping this month will kick me into gear and at least get more of those songs done. I may not get the entire album done in the month, but if I can get some of it done, that would be fantastic. Right here, I want to show you some stuff. So there's this little thing here called Bing Image Creator. I'm not a big fan of AI. Let me just put that up front, and I've been pretty clear about that before in the past. Hey, Paulo Farrell, what's going on? How you doing? I've been pretty upfront in the past, and I'm not a huge fan of AI, but I do sometimes like what comes up with these image creator, and I actually like using Bing because the images that it comes up with are not the best sometimes, but they're bad in fun ways. So I'll go ahead and I'll search something in here. And a while back, I had come up with a bunch of different album cover concepts here for the album, which, by the way, will be called Hollow and Chosen of God. Hollow and Chosen of God. I will get into that in just a minute, but I want to show you this. So these are just, I can do this in gallery mode. So these are just some of the, I don't even remember the search string that I used to come up with these. It was something about like a post-apocalyptic America, desolate wasteland. So there's one, these all turned out, I mean, this is not all the images because some of them I just rejected right off because they weren't that great. That one's pretty cool. I'll show you all of them, and then I'll tell you which one I kind of go to. That one turned out pretty interesting. It's very difficult to get it to create. I love that one. I love that one. That's probably not going to be the cover, but I love that one. It's just something about this cross that's painted with the flag I kind of like. There's this one here. This one too. This one is it's very similar to the one I just showed you. And let's keep going here and look at some more of these. So there's another one. AI is wild, Mateus. You're correct. I think at some point I did put a crucifix in there. But a lot of times, like if you try to look up images like this, the one problem with it is it'll flag it. It won't create it because it says it's violent content. So, but it allowed me to do this much somehow. So there's a lot of cool images. I just these are just things that I'm using as inspiration to kind of create this album. So there you go. Now, the one that I've kind of settled on, we just saw it, probably going to be this one. Now, it's not just going to be that image. I'm going to put text and stuff over the top of it using Logoist 5, which I'll probably show in a future Songtember video that I'm going to do. I'm going to do some Songtember videos throughout the month, just showing different things that may be useful to you in your creative process. Now, what I'm also going to show, and this is something I debated a lot about how much of this I wanted to show people, but I'm going to start off with this one, and hopefully you're able to see that. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on it. Okay. There we go. So this was for Future Music for a Futureless World, and you can see here, this is what I do when I'm coming up with a new album. Hello, Rise of Dark Lilo, what's going on? Welcome. When I'm coming up with a new album, I come up with a bunch of song title ideas. So originally, this was just a list of song titles. There wasn't this separation here. These are the songs that are actually on the album. You can see they all have LXM next to them, so that means lyrics have been written. The X means the song is finished, and yes, Leela will also be mining it for content for the month. So check out her show Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, 4:20 p.m. Eastern. But these are the songs that all made it. So again, L for lyrics. We have the X means that the song was actually created, and the M means that it was mastered. These are other titles. Statue of Misery, Inflict, Nicotine, Excremental Change, Chicken Wire, I don't know what that was, Sharp Point, Ramen Noodles Cooked in Tears, Devil in the Details, which actually, I think that might be a title on, I don't know, Connection Obsession, Prayola, and Take Over. So there you go. These are songs that didn't make it on Future Music for a Futureless World, and lyrics weren't even written for these songs. But anytime I come up with an idea for a song title, I just go ahead and write it down. This is in a program called Text Edit that everybody that has a Mac has. If you have a Windows computer, you have Notepad, which is the exact same thing. So let's put that back in regular size. We'll close out of that. What I want to show you next is the one for the album that I'm doing currently. And this was the first kind of thing that I came up with. So we'll take a look at this. Now, there was an idea I had floating around that there was a bunch of ideas that I had. But one of the ideas that I had was to do an album about different kinds of liquor and have it be like a speakeasy kind of theme. I ultimately decided against that, but so you're going to see that come into here. So like Cathedral of Carnage, The Hate Apes, and these are not necessarily album titles, nor are they song titles. They could be either, or both. It's just coming up with ideas and putting them down. Modern Mediocrity, Rise of the Idiot King, A Pedestal for You, Red Carpet Bombs, Freeze, Flight, or Fight, Tower of Babel, Splifficated Speakeasy. I'm not going to read all these, but you can see where it gets into like spirits, intoxicating spirits, inebriating spirits, fine wine and the holy spirits, beer for the bastards, vodka and vice. This could be a future album. Like I'm not ruling that out. I just kind of like didn't want to be pinned into this, but Dapper Young Denizens, I do like that title. Whiskey Dick. Now we get to this. This is fun. Why does my belly button smell like a butthole? And you know what that was? That was just, it was actually, if you look up something on Google, you'll find this site called Quora, and it has all these random things, and it'll show you like questions, the answer to the question that you were looking for, but then it'll show you like random stuff. And that was one of the random things that like, if you scroll down a while and I saw it, and I was like, somebody actually asked that question. I have to write that down. That's really funny. I'm getting a butt lift. I don't know. There's this whole thing of people doing plastic surgery on their posterior, and I find that fascinating. Dawn of a New Dimension, Tower of Idiocy, Supernova, Superstar, Through the Field of Snakes, Eve, the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Even, Tree of the Forbidden Knowledge, Apple of Our Illusion, Holy Babel, Even Steven, Into the Weirds, because I like to call the woods weirds, because woods are weird. Yeah, so that's the idea. It's just like brainstorm, put all this stuff down. Apocalypse, America, the Sacred and Prophetic. This is where we're getting into what ultimately is, So then I have 2024 album further development, and I don't think I'm going to read all of this to you. I have a whole concept about what this is about. It's really about like a totalitarian, theocratic takeover of the world. And, I wrote like a whole thing about it, but I'm not going to read that right now. We might get into that later because I think there's some aspects of it that still need to be fine-tuned. So there's chapters to it. I don't know if these chapters are actually going to exist. And I came up with song titles. So like The Field of Snakes, The Garden of Eden. Now you can see that there's L's and then there's X's because some of these songs are actually like God's Chosen is already made. So that's already done. There's lyrics for all the songs with L's. And then a lot of these other ones, like I just put them into, if I do this chapters idea, what chapter do they fit into? And then I, come up with lyrics that could potentially be involved. And there's more stuff that I just thought of and I thought I had to write down. So this is the why don't I re-record no, that would be... Considering that she's now deceased, I think that would be in very poor character. I don't even have that. I don't even have that up on. I didn't have that up on Bandcamp. I don't think. But anyway, Yeah. These are, so I thought of these different title ideas, and I ultimately settled on Hollow and Chosen of God because I didn't even want to like necessarily make it specifically about America, because it doesn't resemble anything that really is going on in the real world. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Anyway, I've learned my lessons from Virus Infect, and one of the lessons that I learned was don't tie your music to one specific time or place, because eventually you're not going to be in that time or place anymore, and you may not want to go back to it, and then it just becomes kind of like a relic of the past. I don't want it to be that. I want these songs to be timeless, and unfortunately a lot of this stuff probably will be. So I think I can make it generic enough that it's not going to be tied to like this moment now in 2024. It can be broad. So yeah. So there we go. That is kind of what I'm thinking about as far as the album. I'll be issuing some updates. Mostly they'll be pre-recorded videos. So keep an eye out for that. And I hope to do at least maybe one a week, maybe more than that. We'll see how things go. But I also need time to actually like work on this stuff. So that's the whole challenge of it all. So there we go. That's kind of what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot. I just wanted to show you this. This is a fun thing. So I was looking to create these. I'm talking about being image creator. To create these thumbnails for Songtember videos, I've been trying to get the AI to do things that say Songtember, and I did this string of characters. The string of characters was calendar page featuring Songtember, a month dedicated to metal music, which I know it's not really dedicated to metal music, but I wanted it to be in that. I wanted the images to be in that vein. This is what it came up with. I'm going to make this nice and big for you so you can see this dog, which kind of looks like Pete's dog, playing guitar. And then it says Songtember, but there's an extra G. So I went ahead, I actually fixed it. So I took that extra G out of there. There you go. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. He's a cutie. Look at that dog. I don't know what this dog has to do with metal music. Yeah. But there we go. There's this dog. It's hilarious. This is why AI music, or not AI music, forget AI music. This is why AI art is sometimes fun, because it just comes up with random stuff like that. When you prompt it to create a calendar page for Songtember, song a month, featuring metal music, and it comes out with this dog playing an acoustic guitar with all these skeletons. Yeah, I thought you would get a kick out of that, Jade. We want that on a t-shirt. I kind of do too, actually. I think that could be like a Songtember mascot or something. There we go. The Songtember mascot, that dog. So I'll leave you on that note. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by here for this little this quickie stream. Get in, get out. Short show is a good show, and I'm gonna kick you on over to Jade Star, who is going to be giving you her stuff that she's going to be doing for Songtember in Songtember 2024. So get to let's get to work tembering those songs. Don't forget, we got Pete Johns coming up a little bit later with YML. You got Metalhead Hippie coming up later tonight as well. Lilo will be on tomorrow. Frank's on tomorrow. Pete's on tomorrow. Maybe at the same time. I don't know, but at any rate, there's lots of awesome stuff happening, and I hope you'll come along with the journey with all of us. So much love. Take care, everybody. Most importantly, keep rocking in Songtember. I'll see you over at Jade's. Bye-bye.